So, a while ago, one of the most famous places to eat in America was trending yet again for something that has happened inside its restaurant. That place is Waffle House. It was trending on Twitter again because a customer wanted to try a Waffle House employee and they got their ass handed to them. And every time Waffle House is trending, it's because someone is trying to fight the Waffle House employee or other people inside the building. Waffle House workers go through a lot, and it's a job I would never want or wish on anyone, especially after midnight, where anything can happen. So, this naturally got me thinking, and I wondered which job was harder, being a Waffle House employee or being a cop. Now, some of you watching might be thinking that, of course, a cop has a harder job than a Waffle House employee. They put themselves in danger every day. But I really wanted to take a look at that. So I will list my top 3 reasons why being a cop is easier than being a Waffle House employee. Number 1, cops have overall an easy job. So let's be honest for a second. Most days, cops don't do shit. They sit in their cars and people watch. Occasionally, there's something going on where they have to be there, but cops are rarely in any sort of life-threatening altercation, and half the time they're in a tense situation. They escalate it because they simply can, and they know they won't get in trouble for it. With COVID taking over our lives last year, cops have had probably one of the easiest jobs with no one being allowed to go outside at all and do anything. The hardest part of a cop's day is deciding if they want to go through with arresting someone because that means they have to fill out all that paperwork. Now, compare that to someone who works at a Waffle House. They have to be on their feet all day while they work. They have to interact with people on a daily basis and cook as well. Depending on the time of day and location, if it's on a late night Friday or Saturday, the chances of someone fighting in a Waffle House increases by 50%. And if you're wearing a Waffle House uniform, those chances go up by 75% because they will either have to A, break up the fight, or B, be involved in the fight. 2, cops get paid more. Now, I know that's a given for what cops do, but if cops got paid less, crime rates wouldn't change at all. Cops get paid a decent amount to do the bare minimum, and even if they did get paid more, I don't think my overall safety would change. In fact, I would bet money that if cops got paid more, nothing in the overall system would change, crime rates would stay the same, and we would still be going through the same shit we go through right now. We even have examples of cops running away from mass shooters when they should be putting their lives on the line, trying to protect the people they serve. Now, they can't be America's finest if they are murdered, so what do you expect? Now, most Waffle House workers probably get paid slightly above minimum wage, with the managers and owners getting paid more. If Waffle House workers got paid more, I don't think they'd be so willing to beat a customer's ass, knowing they'd probably go viral and lose a decent paying job. But they get paid a little bit over the minimum wage, so at that point, there's nothing to lose. 3, consequences. When you're a police officer, you have the ability to break any law you want. That's it. There are very little to zero consequences for police who feel like they are above the law. We see this shit all the time. And it feels like every 2 to 3 years, the police really fucks up, and then the people see this, and they begin to protest, only for very little to no justice to be served in the case, and the officer only getting a slap on the wrist, and in most cases, are able to go back to work. Damn near any other profession in the world, if you killed someone while working, accident or not, you would most likely be fired, and if you did that while someone was filming you and that went viral, you would probably be unemployed for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, if your average Waffle House employee decided that they needed to kill a customer in self-defense, I don't think they would get that same benefit of the doubt by our justice system or by Waffle House and would automatically lose their job. And I don't think they would have an army of people doing PR for them to justify why they had to do it. In America, cops can do no wrong, and even if they do, it was justified. If you have on that navy blue uniform, a nice gold badge, and a gun on your belt holder, you are basically judge, jury, and executioner. So, to wrap up this video, I know I've been shitting on cops a lot for the profession they chose, and they rightfully deserve it. Plenty of people who work in the restaurant industry get so much more shit from customers than cops do on a daily basis. Cops and ordinary citizens are not on the same level when it comes to power. It's blatantly obvious when we film a cop doing something wrong and then nothing happens, compared to when people film a Waffle House worker fighting a customer and then that worker immediately loses their job. If you watch this video and you still think cops have it harder, then you might be a bootlicker. and you don't deserve to be served by our men and women who deliver us half-decent breakfast food when we're drunk at 2 a.m. Anyone who's a Waffle House worker can defuse a situation better than a cop, and I will gladly stand by that statement.